Hello guys, today I want to show you how I am doing my woods using the Lightning Warp skill gem. As you can see, I am a attack build and the Lightning Warp is a spell gem. I don't have any cast speed, so the only thing that you need for using this tech is by having a blue socket in your gear, and then you can use this skill. It can even be a level 1, so you don't even need a set amount of intelligence either. The Lightning Warp spell gem is a movement skill that when you select a point, you cast a rune in that zone, and your character after a brief period of time gets transported to that zone. As you can see, I select a zone with my mouse and I get transported there. One of the key aspects is that you get teletransported and you are not moving towards that direction. For example, the Wielding Blades movement skill, you are moving to a direction, okay? This is not the same as teletransporting to the other zone, and this is important for the wood. And the explanation is that when you are teletransporting to another direction or to another point, you're essentially doing like circles, okay? Because you never been through the middle. So this is the total area that you're using with your wisps. In the other hand, when you are moving towards a direction, you are going to be in the center. So all the area that it is in between the circles is going to be occupied, okay? And the other key aspects is the distance that you can TP using the Lightning Warp. For example, one might think, why aren't we using Flame Dash instead? Okay, Flame Dash is similar to Lightning Warp since we are teletransporting to a direction set by our mouse. If we remove this, we are getting to the point. We're not moving like Wielding Blades. We are getting instantly to another point. But the main reason that we are using Lightning Warp instead of Flame Dash is the distance, okay? For example, let's stay here near to Hinekoras, and we're going to try to Flame Dash to that direction. And as you can see, I got close to the waypoint. And if I do the same with the Lightning Warp, the distance is much higher, okay? And this is key. This is key for the for exploring the woods. That's the reason why we don't use the Flame Dash, okay? Knowing this and knowing the general layout from the woods that it was already talked about in the community, I will leave an image in the screen. Knowing that and knowing the layout for the woods, we have all the theory behind, and we are going to continue with some of the examples of how I am actually doing my woods in my maps. And a final mention is that if you change your settings for your game, if you change the resolution for a more wide area in your monitor, you will be able to see more of the corners, and that will allow you to have a better view of the path that you're going to take in your woods. But that's too sturdy for me. I don't want to be messing with my configurations on every single map, so I'm not on that. But you can do it if you want to get more wisp on average. Okay, let's start with examples. Let's start with a new map here for the strategy that I'm currently doing. And as always, the first thing that we're going to do on every map is the woods, and we're going to take its time to do it. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to identify where are the trails, okay? As you can see, we have no trails in the bottom part, but we do have the purple trail that the purple is one of the best juices, wisps. And as you can see in the top corner, we have a purple juice, and we're trying to follow that direction. And this is a bit of a gamble plus past experience knowing how the woods works, but we're trying to get to the top event. We are now finding a yellow juice. This is a good sign. even though we have to still be able to find these events. Otherwise, it won't matter. We found the first event, okay. We are trying to clear these mobs without dying. We are going to come back later on. We are not trying to waste off our wisp trying to get these the juice. And we already know that we have the purple juice somewhere, and we also saw the blue juice, the blue wisps somewhere else. So we're trying to back without revealing any of the area. And we know that we might find the yellow juice from the right. And we also know that the top event is already discovered. So we know that we have a top and left and bottom events still to discover, okay? So we're trying to light ward towards that direction. Hopefully expecting to find the events. The monsters are coming from this direction. Sometimes there are baits, sometimes there aren't. But as you can see, we already don't see the yellow juice. So it's a good idea to back on and return to the path that we did saw the yellow juice. As you can see, we're approaching, but we're running out for wisps. We are hoping to actually get there, and we got there, okay. We already know the north event and the east event. Careful to not die here to any DB or something like that. Now we're trying to get to the starting point without wasting any juice. And we got a little bit of the bottom part, okay? Okay, now we're trying to go to the bottom left. This is already a very good map. Every map they have 4 or 5k is already a very juice map. I will leave some quick showcase of... Okay, so this is the end. We didn't find the purple chest, that's a shame, but yeah, it is where it is. This is random, as you already know. And now we're taking our time to get all these remaining wisps to max out the juice. This is very important. You want to get the event was right here, okay. We want to get as much juice as we can. The juice scales in a very particular way, and getting like 100 extra it's a lot desirable, especially for juicy maps, okay, like the ones that I'm doing here. As you can see, I'm clearing now. I'm backtracking and clearing and getting all the wisps from the corners. I could not got it before because I would be wasting some of the wisps by covering these corners, right? We have more rares here for more juice. These are pretty good maps, as you can see, 4.5 and 1.7 k. I'm pretty sure that this map will have some divines. The wisps are that crazy, they are that consistent, especially because the blue wisps are going to drop a lot of currency. Almost can get to the mist a little bit. Wow, for the first example, this was a pretty good one. This was over 7k wisps, and yeah, we're pretty much done. We'll leave highlights about the drops from this particular map, okay? As you can see, the mobs are not that tanky, and we're getting a ton of juice, right? Remember, my character is a much refined, so yeah, I have around 100 quantity and almost 300 variety, just to set some expectations, right? Yeah, this is what happens when you have over 5k wisps in a map. It doesn't matter, this is a tier 7 map. The wisps are kind of general. Have some global multipliers. As you can see, this is an 8-mode map. This is over 120. Like I said, the chances of dropping a divine were very high. They are very consistent. You can drop 1 or 2 divines on these crazy maps, and that's not a rare thing. I want to hurry up since we have the blue mist. There are a lot of K mobs. Your maps can be these rare mobs from the region can be somewhat tanky. So it is important to take some notes for the duration, so you have time to clear them. As you can see, that one works too tanky. Let's try to do this one, and yeah. Got a hinekoras slug. Wow, this is the first one that I get like ever. Another drop, another divine. That's pretty good. Oops. With gems. We've got a general here. This is pretty annoying. That's another divine from the boss. This map is crazy, okay? We are already out of the norm here. 1, 2 divines is what I usually get. And I'm not even taking into account all the extra loot, right? This is probably a 6, 7, 8 divine map. Okay, some Lyrian orbs, this is pretty good. This map is blessed, honestly. What is this? 70 chaos, okay. We even got the scar reward from the Lyrian, okay. Okay. A very tanky unique mob. This is an Exile. Let's do the rituals now. Rituals are pretty good for the wisp because the mobs that you get back, they all have, well, they all know, they all have a chance to have the wisp back. So as you're going to see, there's a loot explosion at the end, and that's the reason. So you can see a bunch of stuff. And that was the last ritual. We have 10 monsters left in your map. And yeah, I'm gonna loot these all and we're going to continue for the next map to see another wood, okay? Okay, let's see the next example. We're into the wood. And okay, this is a good example where we don't have any trails to follow and we have no clues for the walls. At first glance we have a wall here, but that could be just a mountain or an obstacle. But yeah, we're going to try to follow any path and see if we can see monsters or wisps. Okay, we can see wisp now with that first jump. We're on this side. Okay, so we're trying to follow this. I don't care the color of the wisps. If I see any wisp, I'm going to try to follow. Okay, so we found the first event. This is most likely the left one, because we were potentially in the how to say that, in the middle. Okay, so we're going to backtrack to the initial point and let's try to go top. Okay, it's fine. Let's try to find the... Okay, this is getting bad. Okay, a trail. Also a yellow trail. Careful not to die here. Okay, yellow trail. We're running out of juice. I don't know if we're going to find the event. It's in the bottom. It's there. There. Okay, I don't know where it is. Okay, we didn't find. This is another example. We hit the top of the map. It was really close. But this is an example of some of the maps that everything could go wrong, basically. And yeah, we're going to have much less juice compared to finding the actual events. So this is why it is important to find events. So we're going to again backtrack and get all the trails, all the remaining trails. Now, careful. At least we found one event, and the event was decent at least. Here we have an extension or an event to reveal the zone. We did miss that because we didn't get close enough. And I think that's pretty much it. Some here, some here. Okay, so that's it. We got this was a one event wood. This is a bit below average, and still we got over 3k, almost 4k juice. So that's one of the things that thinking in what your directions are going to be, your events, and using the learning warp is going to help you to have a higher average wisps.